What's up, guys? It's your boy Vic, and I'm here today with my boy Andrew.
What's up, guys? What's going on?
Bringing a Goki Deck profile today.
Yep, I'm gonna show you guys the Goki deck I play with. It uses links and synchros. So the first thing you want to do, grab 3 of every Goki monster.
Yeah, I've been playing a long time, collected a long time. I actually played one of the games, started as well.
In the main deck, and I'll explain what each one does one by one. So Headbat's effect is if you have him in hand and you have another Goki, reveal him, discard the other Goki, special summon him in defense, and then give another Goki monster on the field attack. The problem is you need to have that other Goki on the field. If not, you can't use his hand effects. Twist Cobra, one of my favorite cards out of the Gokis. Its effect is, I might want to also add all the Goki main deck monsters. Also, when they leave the field to the graveyard, you can search your deck for another Goki card. It doesn't have to be a monster. It could be a spell that has Goki in its name, which I'll show you guys later. Twist Cobra I really love because his effect is, it's a quick effect, so it can be activated during any player's turn, during any time. You can tribute a Goki monster and target one other Goki monster on the field. That one that you target on the field gets the original attack of the target monsters for that battle. So say for example, someone has a masterpiece on the field, they already used the effect to pop. You have him and you have Super X on the field. Use his effect. You can tribute himself to give him the extra 16, making him like a 3400 beta, beating over a masterpiece or anything else that you cannot beat over. Also, their effects to search other Goki monsters from the deck or Goki spell trap. The monsters cannot search themselves, so if you send Twist Cobra to the grave or whatever, it can't switch off another Twist Cobra to the hand. You have to add one of the others.
Helio Frog.
Super X is also really good because when he's normal summon, if you have another Goki in hand, no matter what its level is, you can special summon it right to the field. So you can summon the level 5 guy right here if you want. And again, like I said, all Goki main deck monsters, when they go from the field to the grave, you search off another Goki. Rise Scorpio is pretty much your Cyber Dragon. If you control no monsters, you can summon him without tribute. If you control nothing but Goki monsters, you can summon him without tribute. And again, like I said, he's a level 5, so you can, just remove him. I like to play 3 Marauding Captains because if you guys know, you summon him, you can summon another level 4 or lower monster just in case, say like you have only these 2 monsters in hand, you can at least use Marauding Captain to summon Super X, and that way, you can link summon 2 into a Miss Radiant, which I'll get to. I also like to play 3 TD Strikers. They're really good. They're a level 2 tuner. So their effect is if your opponent controls monsters and you don't, you can special summon them. Usually I'll just special summon in defense just because, usually what I like to do with them is special summon him, and hopefully in your hand you have at least maybe one of the Marauding Captains or you have the Twist Cobra. So if you go second and you have these 2 in, that's a first turn at piece right there and then. Let's see here.
I forgot you play Nurturia Beast.
That's right there, buddy. What's a first turn at piece?
Negate them spells.
I play Global again. With Global, you just mill 1, summon him. He's a level 1, so you can get off a Nat Beast if you have Super X on the field. If you have, let's see, if you have Rise Scorpio, you can sink to a 6. Usually, I use Barkion, the one that negates traps. You'll play 3 Goki rematches. These into Flames of Destruction comes out. There's another card we're getting called Goki Face Turn. But into then, these are our Monster Reborns. This card's effect is summon 2 Goki monsters from your graveyard with different levels and special summon them in defense, but you can only activate one of them a turn. So when you do that, I'll show a little play hand after this to explain why I do that. I play Book of Moon just in case anybody summons a monster that I really don't want to deal with, or its effect only goes off if it gets is face up. Gotta play Monster Reborn. Because why not? I play only.
It's limited.
Yeah, it's limited. But you still have to play. There's some
Still
decks
wanna
that
play.
don't.
You still wanna play.
There's some decks I saw that don't play Monster Reborn, and I'm like, why? I only play one Cosmic Cyclone, just to be safe. Just in case someone summons like a diagram or something, get rid of it real quick.
Yeah.
Reinforcements the army. All the cards in the deck are warriors. The only one you won't be able to target. All the cards in the deck except for
Scorpio.
The only 2 cards you won't be able to choose is Rise Scorpio and Glow Bulb, because Glow Bulb is a plant, but everything else is a target. There's so much stuff that this card helps the deck so much. Play Scapegoat, just in case you get board wiped, but you still have this face down. It's like, okay, I can survive a turn. Goki, board wipe, because Goki's thing is they like to hit hard and quick. So if you can board wipe, if you can board wipe 1, 2, 3, go for it. Foolish Burial. Usually people ask me why I only play Foolish if Glow Bulb's a valid target. It's not. If you send one of the Gokis, but you have, like I said, a Marauder Captain and another Goki in hand, that's not Rise Scorpio, summon it. Use Foolish, send one of the other ones. Yeah, you might not get the effect of search from the one that you sent to the grave from the deck, but it lets you do, send one, play Maraudin, and one of the other Gokis link into Miss Radiant. Now you have 2 Gokis in hand. The Goki that you sent to the grave from the Link summon, grab your rematch. That way you can do rematch. There's your 2 targets, and then from that you can either keep your board with Miss Radiant and 2 Gokis on the field, or if there's a lot of plays you can do with that. Dark Hole, a lot of people are like, oh, what if you Dark Hole all your Gokis? Free searches, plus a board wipe.
True.
So that's just like, okay, Dark Hole. I mean, it's optional. You don't have to play Dark Hole. I just do because it's the board wipe, and I can search if I have my own monsters on the field.
Is that an ultra rare Dark Hole? That is.
It's an ultra rare. Double Summon is your best friend. I am only playing 1 right now because the version I have is kind of clogged it up today, having multiple. But I would play maybe at least 2 to 1, and it's the same thing with Transmod. I would play 1 to 2. I would never want to. You might want to see this all the time, but not to the point where it's always in your hand. Play like 2, like I said, 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, this isn't World Chalice.
Yeah, because you have Headbat, use that, you get the search off a Headbat, and then you summon like Twist Clover, where if Twist Clover's in your hand, you summon Twist Clover, use Transmod, get Super X, or you have Super X and then Transmod, you get Rise Scorpio, but you always get their effect to search, unless someone ashes you or anything like that. Now we'll go to the traps. We have Solemn Warning, 3 strikes, Solemn Judgment. You play the Solemn family, because why not?
Yeah.
It's just to prevent anything that would come up. Warning is really good, especially if you play against people who use rogue decks, not really rogue decks, but there will be people who play Luna Lights. Warning kind of screws them up.
Chad.
Yeah, like Chad. I had to play against him, and it came down to that. The other 3 cards I'll play is Jaw of Avarice is one of those cards where you play
Recycler.
1 or 2, exactly, recycling. You're going to go through your deck a lot. You're going to go through your resources with the Gokis, with the searching. Storming, it's just one of those, okay, everything gets put back to my opponent's hand, free wipe. Call the Haunted, because, it's a free revival. This is the 40 card variant. If you're going to play the one I did, which is 45, the only thing I did was add Kaijus to it, which is usually what I would like to do, because I don't have multiple copies of these, I put in these other 2. The reason why you put 2 of each of these is because the Wind and the Earth, with the Earth, when you have Miss Radiant, will gain the 500 boost, and this will lose the 400. And you need Slumber, because that's another board wipe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To do some stuff. Now we'll go into the extra deck.
Yeah, because you don't got Gamma Seal.
And I don't have. Even if you had Gamma Seal, I wouldn't use it unless you want to play the Water Tower thing. The reason why I don't want to play Gamma Seal, it's not because it's a low 200 attack. It's like I said, Miss Radiant can lower it. You know, you don't have to really worry about it too much. Especially if you summon 2 Miss Radiants, which a lot of people like to do. You know, that
is so annoying when they do that.
Yeah, that when one is losing like 800 attack, and that Earth one's gaining like 1k attack, and it's already at like 20 something, I believe. It's like at 24, so it becomes 34. Extra deck. Nat Beast. Like I said from the beginning, you can summon it many different ways in this deck. Many different ways. I play Barkion just in case I play against Paleo, because everyone knows Paleo traps activate negate by banishing cards in your grave, and trust me, you'll have cards in your grave. Black Rose, again, it's another board wipe. I was actually thinking about switching Black Rose for Clear Wing. I'm not sure yet because I really haven't been seeing the use of summoning a level 7. But when Flames of Destruction comes out, I'm definitely getting rid of this because we're getting a card called Master Ogre, which is our boss monster. I'll explain what that does in a minute.
Or you could swap it out for Black Rose Moonlight Dragon if you had it.
Yeah, or Moonlight if you have it, yep. My level 8, if you can, Stardust. The level 8 could be anything. I choose Stardust just because it has a good chance of negating stuff. Another thing that's really easy to do in this deck that a lot of people are surprised that I can do is summoning Trish. Level 9. It is one of the easier things to do in this deck. It's happened before. Victor here can tell you. I've done it to him.
That's annoying.
I mean, I think at one point my board I was just literally like, I showed him my whole extra deck and just said, pick your poison.
Yeah, no, you really did that day.
Yeah, that was just... I play 3 Miss Radiants because they're really good.
And you use all 3.
And usually I'll use all 3. Because they're, you know, if they get destroyed by battle or card effects, so if like it's on the field and you Dark Hole, hello, add an Earth monster back to your hand.
Yeah, me and my boy Cool Cuz was talking about Mrs. Radiant. A lot of people didn't realize that Mrs. Radiant could have got back Max C. That's why Max C was so dangerous.
And I think that's the kind of, the other reason why they kind of banned Max C. I play 2 Goki Thunder Ogres. Now their requirement is 2+ Goki monsters, but because it says Goki monsters, it needs to be 3. It needs to be 3 Gokis. But I think the only reason why they say like 2+ Gokis is for the fact that, you know, we have Goki links, so we can count as one of them, so on and so forth. So he's got 2 effects. One of his effects is if any card that he points to is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can give him an extra 400. That's including the card he points to, because he points up.
Yeah.
His other effect is, once per turn, you can additional normal summon to a zone he points to. That does go for your opponent too, because he does point up, but that's fine, because usually you'll only keep him on the field for 1 turn. You'll use him just to get that additional special summon, normal summon I should say. I play 2 Great Ogre because he is really good. Again, just like Thunder Ogre, it's 2+ Gokis, but he's only 3, so you know you're gonna need 3. His 2 effects are, if he was to be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy one of the cards he points to instead. Also, his other effect is your opponent's monsters lose attack equal to their defense, and if you have 2 of them on the field, they do stack. So, for instance, if your opponent has, let's say, I'll just take the Kaiju out of here real quick. Alright, say your opponent has that Kaiju on the field. It's got 26 attack. With the 1 Great Soul Ogre, 26 minus 33, you know, do the math, folks. Alright, so that's the whole, that's all of that. I play Gaia Saber just in case, you know, it's 2+ monsters, just in case I don't just in case I can't link summon into the Gokis or the Miss Radiance. I have that just to be safe. I also have a Decode Talker, because it's Decode Talker, I mean. It's a pretty easy Link 3 to get out that has a decent effect to it. And the last card I have for my extra deck is Skull Dread. Love this card. This card makes this deck do some retarded stuff. Because not only do you gain the 300 extra attack, you also get an additional special summon, and you get to, draw 4, put back 3. And it just will lead to ridiculous combos. So, usually what I like to see, what you would like to see in your first turn hands, usually is you would want to see a Suplex, Twist Cobra, and either a Headbat or a, let's see, you would want to see like a rematch with this. So if you open your hand with Suplex, Twist Cobra, and either rematch or Headbat, you're pretty set. For the simple fact that you can do some retarded plays. I'm going to shuffle this up. It's going to be a bad shuffle.
You want me to cut it?
If you want, just to show, because I have to draw, like, I'll show you what happens if you use the rematch in your hand, and I'll put the Headbat back in. Because you'll end up getting Headbat one way or the other, and I'll show you how this works. Alright, go ahead, like, cut real quick.
Ooh. It's weird holding the camera and doing this.
It's alright, don't worry about it. So let's say your hand is these 3 cards plus whatever 2 I just pick up.
Suplex, Twist Cobra, and rematch.
Like I said, if you have Twist Cobra and Rex in, you're set. But you would also hope to get like rematch or Headbat, depending. So what you do if you go first, which you want to do, summon Rex. Rex's effect, summon Twist. Now Link summon into Miss Radius. Also, don't forget, you get their search effects. Their search effects are once per turn. So what you do with them is you grab Rise and you grab Headbat if you have the rematch in your hand. If you don't have rematch in your hand but you have Headbat, you'll grab Rise or rematch, whichever way you can get that in. So doesn't matter, they're in the hand. Now what you do first, doesn't matter about the cutting at this point because I'm going to be going back in, folks. You'll activate rematch first before you try to do anything else. Activate the rematch.
Yeah,
bring these 2 back. Use Headbat's effect. Reveal, drop, summon, give any one of them an extra 800. Doesn't matter. Right? Link 4. Also, you get to search off a Headbat. So you search. When it comes to the search off a Headbat, if you have no other monsters in your hand, grab Rise Scorpio just to be safe for attack power. But because of Star User's effect, I get all 3 effects go off. But first, I have to, cut, draw the 4, and pick the 3. Alright, so I draw the 4. Alright, so got pretty good choices here to send back. I would keep, I would usually keep maybe the Dark Hole and put back maybe the Cyclone because you're going first. I would keep the Cyclone. Get rid of the rematch. Get rid of the Call. And get rid of the Headbat. That's what I would do here.
Because you already used Headbat this turn, right?
You already used Headbat. Now his effect is available to special summon. Right? So he gains an extra 300 because of him. Right? Now, because I have now here's an optional play you can do with Scapegoat. You can activate him now and get 2 Miss Radiance and a Goat on the field. But you can hold off. You can hold this off to just in case. But if not, just do what I do. Just put it face down along with the cut Cyclone, just in case they play Diagram or any kind, or Magical Meltdown if you're playing against Invoke. So that would happen. Keep Dark Hole just in case anything happens. Don't be afraid of the board wipe right now, because like I said, you have Scapegoat. But if you do get board wipe, what I would do, say you get board wipe, they get rid of these. Remember, you get his search. Search for the rematch, because that's 2+ free monsters, and hope that when you have this, depending on what you draw, just hope that it's something that you can use. If not, don't worry about it. We'll just say hit the cut.
Yep.
All right. Let's say they get like at least 3 monsters on the field, 3, 4. Use the Scapegoat. If they get rid of all scapegoats, don't worry about it. Then you go again, and look, this is exactly what I was talking about that you want. You want the twist, so you know what you do. Dark Hole, board wipe them. Play the rematch. I'm gonna do something fun here. I like doing this. Right? I like to put these in defense in the graveyard to remember that I used their effects already. I would normal this, link 3, and search all 3. Now some people will ask you to verify which one is grabbing what from the extra deck, because what I can do here and what I'm going to do is grab another twist, grab a Super X, and I'm gonna grab a Rise Scorpio once I find one. I probably missed it. There we go. Alright, now what you're gonna link summon into is the Thunder Ogre. Because if you guys remember what I said about Thunder Ogre is you get that additional normal summon. Alright? Additional normal summon. Super X. Super X. You can either go with your Rise Scorpio or your Twist Cobra. I would go with Twist because he's, like I said, he's just an amazing ability. Right here, depending on who you're playing against, what you're playing against, I would link summon. Let's see. I already used all there, guys. I would link 3 to go. You can either go into another one of him and use his ability to additional normal summon, or you can go into either your Decode Talker, your Gaia Saber, where you go to the other Goki. I'll go for the other Goki. You know, you get the search off of Rex. When you do that, off of the Rex, you can either grab, you would want to grab another rematch. Or if you grab another rematch, if you want, instead of grabbing another one of him, summoning him, just summon another one of him, I guess, of the Thunder Ogre to get the additional. And I guess with the additional, you can summon him with no tribute because he is a Goki monster. The only problem is he will let your opponent also summon one to the zone. That's why I only use him for a 1-turn thing. So that's why I usually would go with him and just wait. Now a lot of cards can't beat over him because of the effect of he lowers opponent's monster's defense by their attack by their defense. So it's, some people have problems with this, but of course, you know, there's other cards to get rid of it. And if you get board wiped, like I said, you still have your 2 cards here. You get board wiped, okay, you have this. Draw into your turn, you know, you can summon this without no problem, or before you even do that, just rematch again, send 2 more, summon him freely because you have nothing but Gokis, and just link again into whatever you want. And that's pretty much it for now until we get the new Goki cards. Speaking of which, when the new Master Ogre comes out, having that hand that I just showed you, instead of using Star User right away, you can use Star User right away, or with that, you would summon him first, use his additional normal, summon another one to summon Master Ogre. He's only 2 Goki monsters and is a link 4. Master Ogre's effect is, he's a 28 beat stick. He can attack all cards your opponent controls monster-wise, but he has to attack the strongest from the lowest first. He also has an effect where if cards that he points to is, you can return cards that he points to. If they were Goki monsters, back to your hand, if they were Goki monsters, he has that many negates for monster effects. And that's our main boss monster that's going to be coming out in the Flames of Destruction. We also have three more cards that are coming out for the deck. They're called Octo Stretch, which you reveal this card from your hand, discard it. You take half either battle damage or effect damage whenever you want to drop it. And then we have Hugbear, which is our level 6. Octo Stretch is our level 1. His effect is if he's summoned by a Goki monster's effect, you can target one card your opponent controls, cut that card monster's attack in half, and give him that extra attack that he cut by half. And he's already like at 2400 attack, I believe.
That's pretty nice.
Face Turn, I love the most. Face Turn, that spell is another one of our Monster Reborns. Target one Goki monster on the field, destroy it, special summon one from the grave. And it does not have limitations, so you can special summon the Link monsters. I don't know if TCG / Konami is going to screw us over with that, but they might change it to a Goki monster with a level. But if not, you can summon any Goki from the Face Turn. And when we get Face Turn's like rematch, you can only use one per turn. And it's searchable because it says Goki Face Turn.
Konami's greedy. They might just do it.
They might just do it. But yeah, that's this is my Link Synchro version of the deck. When the new cards come out, I'm going to be switching it up. And if you guys want to see how that one looks, just give my boy a message here and I'll do another one.
Any shout-outs?
No shout-outs, not that I know of.
That hurts. That hurts.
I don't know people in the Yu-Gi-Oh community like that. I really don't.
Nah,
Only
no.
people here.
Alright then, guys. Till next time. Peace.